you weren't going to point. I think it's really tough when you point.
We'll be talking to him in depth.
And we've also, girls, all square chins back.
Please.
We've got John Taylor.
Yes, it is, in fact, a show really crammed-packed with fascinating and interesting stuff.
We've also got Suzanne Vega, the Bangles, Furniture, the Cramps.
But it doesn't stop there, because I don't know what we've got next. I really should pay attention.
We've got John Taylor's new video.
John Taylor's new video. There you go.
Do you look the way you wanted to look? Do you feel the way you wanted to feel? Are you happy now that we fantasize? I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. Do I touch the way you want to be touched? Have you heard the words you wanted to hear? Is my body heat the right intensity? I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. I do what I do, hey, I do it on the hey. Do you look the way you wanted to look? Did you feel the way you wanted to feel? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Are you happy now?
John Taylor there, who will be talking exclusively later on to Paula. All their exclusives are on this show. Now, some would...
I'm here with John Taylor, and he's going to tell us a bit about your new single. It's a solo, isn't it?
It is, actually. It's I kind of landed it, did it by default, actually. I never really meant to sing. It's just that I tried about 4 singers on it as the producer of the record, and it wasn't quite what I wanted. They're terribly noisy in here, isn't it? I think this was supposed to be a
I don't
quality
think they realise you're
program.
talking.
No, probably not. And it just wasn't working out what I wanted it to sound like. And the people around me were saying, well, you seem to know what you want, smart ass.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it? And it kind of worked out quite well. I was quite pleased with it. It was difficult for me to be objective about it because, you know, after all this time without even burping on a Duran record, you know, it was a strange thing to do, but, you know, it's all right. I've heard worse.
Is it hard? Did you find it very different? Because you'd just done the music for View to a Kill last year.
Yeah.
Was it very different doing the music? Because this is the music for a film again, isn't it? For 9.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Porn film.
Yes, very high quality porn. No, well, actually, I got involved with the film by choice. because I'd heard about it, and I heard in America it's causing a lot of trouble. Well, no, it's just that everybody wants to ban it in the film studio. They don't want to release it and all this business. You know, they don't.
And everyone
they
wants
don't
to see it because of that.
I think if it was Sylvester Stallone instead of Mickey Rourke, I think it would probably be all right, you know. But so when they actually approached Michael Debar to write a song along the lines of Obsession for the film, and I was on tour with Michael at the time, and we both said, well, let's do it, you know. Should be quite good, but it was a totally different kind of thing doing it with than the James Bond thing, totally different.
Why was that so difficult? Because it did take Duran quite a long time, didn't it, to get you...
To get it together,
Get it together, yeah.
Well, Nick didn't get on too well with Mr. Barry, actually.
But what did they row about?
Black notes, or was it white notes?
So, are you very interested now in doing some more film things?
I think it seems a natural progression because we've all got so deeply into this music video thing, and I think it makes more sense for musicians to make music for, you know, films that have actors in it rather than
for themselves, acting
you know,
away.
for us to pretend to act in it, as you know.
When do you think Duran are going to get back together again?
We're supposed to be starting in May, but I actually think we're going to get together a little bit earlier. I think that everybody's been hassling us about it for so long, the record company, you know, they got their year-end reports in and it's looking a little tragic, you know, and,
so they want you to quick do
my
something.
mom wants me to and all the fans do, but, you know, the thing was, I think we had a lot of things that we wanted to get out of the system. So now we want to do it, and me and Nick are we're getting very excited about it. Me and Nick are going to go into a studio in a couple of weeks' time and start. So I hope it's going to be ready for September or October.
And will you go on tour?
Yeah, we'll do some. I don't want to do one of those huge halls like we used to do, but kind of sounds so jaded, don't I? But I think about 30 shows next year would be a lot of fun in the summer.
Now, how do you feel still being the only unmarried member of the group? Relieved?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think about it. I mean, I've got absolutely no interest in marriage. You know, people keep saying to me, when are you going to do it then? As if because the other four are, then I seem to have some divine right I should too. I really have no interest in it at all.
Now, I thought that you and Simon had a bet that the first one to get married
yeah, you're right.
was supposed to shave all his hair off.
Well, he's got no...
Well, where's the crew cut?
You know, it's me. He probably did it just as he got on the boat, so nobody could see it. Probably grown back, you see. But she'll ask for photographic proof.
So what's next for you?
Well, the Duran album, really. That's the next thing. I'm going to take a bit of a rest. This is, you know, it's been a lot of fun to do this, but I'm not going to expand on it for a while.
How dirty is the film?
It's fantastic. It really is. You'd love
Dirty?
it.
I'm saying, how dirty is it?
It's filthy.
And on that high point, we're going to go over to Jules.
Come down from in up. When you come up.
That's what they wanted.
Are we coming back? Are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, we're going to come back and talk about it.
What a surprise that is. If you want to get your notepads out, jot this down. The top Golden Gate Award Network Entertainment at the San Francisco Film Festival. Isn't that super? That means I'll be in work for years. Well, in the background, hopefully, you're hearing Sting playing because he was in that film. And isn't it a coincidence because their single of the same record is out this week? Yeah, what do you make of that?
Amazing.
Yep.
To be strong.
Of course, many people who appear on this show have at some point suffered the injustices and inaccuracies of the press. In fact, John Taylor himself today is reported to be a fat, big-headed...
Big hair.
Oh, here we are, yeah, fat, big-head who's been dumped by every girl that he's ever gone out with. How do you feel about this kind of reporting?
Isn't it? Oh, well, that's what they call the freedom of the press, isn't it?
But do you feel like you wish that you could defend yourself when all these girlies sell their stories about what you're like in bed and things?
I mean, it's just the game. I think the frightening thing is that when you read things like that you know are just blatant lies, you wonder what they're telling us about real matters, like, you know, politics and the royal family or whatever. That's what's worrying. I mean, they can say anything they like. It's
Do you ever,
scary.
I mean, do you now feel sort of a bit inhibited?
Oh, yeah. I've always been very inhibited.
Anyway, one person who has really been suffering in the last few weeks, in fact, I mean, unbelievable press, have been, of course, Madonna and Sean Penn. And I've been off recently making the documentary film about them making their own film, and everyone's asked me, what are they like? So I have to set the record straight here. He's very sweet, she's adorable, and here's George Harrison. For the past few weeks, we've been making the film